Liam Smith takes on Chris Eubank Jr. But before that, we have an amazing undercard. Yesterday's public workout had hundreds in attendance. There was a little bit of needle. I hope we get a little bit more today, probably a little bit more tomorrow as well. But it is open to the public tomorrow, the weigh-in. So come down, take some time off work, come down and see the fighters get on the scale. I would like to go to Boxer's promoter, Ben Shalom. Ben, it is an amazing undercard. It really is. This could be a show in itself.
Yeah, it really could be. It feels great to be back. I was here 12 months ago for Calm Brook, the first time I was sat out here. And it's a little bit of a better undercard this time round. It's incredible. A lot of stars that we've worked for right from the very start. Richard Riakpo, when he came to us, had been out the ring 18 months. He's since gone through Duradola. He's gone through Fabio Turchi. He's gone through Dion Juma, 3 knockouts on the bounce, and now he fights a former world champion in a co-main event, Chris Congo, who was on course really to get to the top of the welterweight division and lost unexpectedly to McKinson and has come back with us. Had some great wins on his record, beat Sebastian Formella very, very comfortably, and now takes on a huge test against Congo and Essuman in a must-win fight for both. I really feel that a 33-year-old that has never been beaten against a 30-year-old in Chris Congo who wants to go right to the top, and we'll see Congo and Essuman as someone he really should beat. Fraser Clarke returns, probably the most popular British heavyweight, the most scrutinised. It's crazy to think he's not even been pro 12 months and people are talking this much about him. I think he's debuted on Calm Brook last year. It's been a journey so far, and I think he's going right to the top of the heavyweight division. And Jack Massey, once Mac, gets a dream opportunity at the Manchester Arena against Joseph Parker, top 10 heavyweight. We know a lot about Joseph Parker, and for me, this is what boxing is about. Joseph Parker could have gone and fought. We had so many names that were put to us: Carlos Takam, Jennings, fighters coming to the end that were going to come and be expected to do a job. But we saw Jack Massey, and he's been begging us for an opportunity, and now he gets his dream fight at the Manchester Arena, sold out Manchester Arena on Saturday night. It's unbelievable. There's so many stories. I can't wait. And as you say, the weigh-in tomorrow, open to the public. We expect thousands to be here, and great to be back in Manchester.
Time to meet our undercard fighters. Let's start with a man that is a stablemate of Liam Smith, Scott Forrest. I'll come to you first. 3-0, looking to go 4-0. You've said you don't want to stick around at this level for too long, but is it important that you win and win well on Saturday night?
Oh, 100%. Hopefully with this fight I can actually showcase more of my skill as well, because obviously I'm three wins, 3 knockouts, but maybe with this one I can actually show some skill, not just show that it's just brute force.
You're a big puncher, nobody's got a distance with you yet. Is this a fight where you'd prefer to get the rounds in, or are you happy to just get them out of there as soon as you can?
If the opportunity presents itself, I'm going to take it. But we'll see what happens. I'm never going to go in looking for a knockout. I'm just going to box away a box, and that's what I've been doing, and this is the results I've been getting.
The cruiserweight division in Britain, domestically and on the world scene, is one of the most exciting. Are you in a fortunate position because you get to almost jump in the slipstream of those fighters and just learn your trade without making much noise?
It's a big opportunity. I want to be stepping up to box these guys quite soon in the next year or so. I'm gonna make a big name for myself, and you'll see me on the rise up.
Obviously, a stablemate of Liam Smith. How do you see the top of the bill going on Saturday night?
I think Liam's going to be a wee bit too much for him, too strong for him, and but Eubank's got a good chin, so I think Liam's going to win in points.
Good luck on Saturday night.
Nice one, thank you.
Next, let's go to Wasserman's Matty Harris. Matty, good to have you here. 6'8", quite a unit. I heard you were a decent centre-back in your day. What does it feel like to be fighting in such a a packed arena on such a big card so early on in your career?
To be honest, it's nice to just get a name tag. Yeah, the football was a whole another lifetime ago. Right now, obviously, I'm a professional fighter, and this is what I dedicate myself 100% to. So yeah, it's good to be on another big card, and yeah, I've got to go out and make sure I put on another good performance.
You're young, time's on your side. In a perfect world, would you take it slow and steady? There's obviously, a want for prospects to go through the ranks pretty quickly, but do you feel like you can take it slow and just keep learning your trade?
Well, as I said, I'm in two minds about this, but I don't really concern myself with this kind of stuff. That's down to my team. That's why I got a good team around me. So yeah, I'm 20. I turned 23 last week. I heard them saying on the broadcast yesterday I was 22. 23 on Saturday, but yeah. Obviously, I can't even remember the question. Sorry, mate.
You've been waffling. Time's on your side. Do you want to go fast, or are you happy to go slower?
To be honest, I'm happy to go as fast as my team want me to. I trust very much Edwin Cleary, Max McCracken. Obviously, I'm promoted by the Sowland brothers, so yeah, I'm watching my boxing, and they're experienced in what they're doing. They know what they're doing, so when they tell me to take them step-ups, that's when I'll take them.
You were supposed to fight at the back end of last year, and obviously didn't happen. How frustrating was that? How did you get through that? Obviously, you had to train over Christmas. How's that been?
I was supposed to fight. Well, obviously, I was ill December 2nd when I was supposed to fight, which was frustrating because I was coming off the back of a good camp. I was sparring Derek Chisora, helping him get ready for Fury. And then, obviously, there was a one in October. So, yeah, it's disappointing. I ain't been paid in 6 months. So, yeah, it'd just be good to get back out there. It's been a long time. Last boxed in June. I think it was June 17th. Got a first round knockout then, so I'll be looking to go out and replicate that again.
Just 2 more sleeps. Give us a prediction for your fight.
Knockout. We're going in there to get him out of there. That's what people want to see in the heavyweights. People want to see us go in there and knock lumps out of each other. So that's what I'm going in there to do. I'm going in there to get him out of there early.
Let's go from one heavyweight to another. The people's champ, Fraser Clarke. Fraser, Saturday, another good learning curve?
Yeah, another good fight. It's come around quick. I'm excited. A good opponent, someone that's going to come again to win. I've got full respect for him, and I'll show that in the performance. We'll carry out what we've been learning in camp, and we'll take it to the ring.
Espindola is a tough boy, never been stopped. Secretly, is that the aim, to try and stop him, be the first person to ever stop him inside a distance?
He ain't never fought Fraser Clarke, so that's what we'll try to do. We'll try to go in there and do the job, But like Matty said, heavyweights want to see knockouts. People want to see that. My job is to go in there and box, and like Scott said also, if I see the opportunity, I'll take him out.
A lot of people, probably because of your amateur pedigree, are wondering when you start to make the hunt for titles. Is it important to remind people that you are still just a professional novice and that you are still learning on the job and that slow and steady wins the race?
Yeah, that's important, but at the same time, I can understand everyone's frustrations. I think 2023 is the year. We take the blinkers off and we push on. Slowly but surely. This is a great fight, and then I'm not looking past this. But titles are definitely on my mind, and they have been since the day that I turned professional. But I understand there's a process to it. You've got to do things the right way. So 100% that's what I'm doing. Let me just concentrate on my career, get these wins in, look well doing it, and we'll go steady but surely.
Working in a gym with Angel, it seems like you are becoming a bit more of a thinking fighter. You are well known in the amateurs for having firefights and for being all action. How do you feel like you're developing as a pro?
Yeah, in them amateurs with them pillow gloves on, I think I took a few more risks, and then the second that I got my hands wrapped as a pro, and I felt how hard them little gloves was. you know, it's not the place to be taking them risks and to be getting into wars all the time. I know I can box. You know, I've had my wars before, haven't I, Joseph? You know, the thing for me now is to definitely, you know, look after myself a little bit more, break these fighters down, and you know, use my skill, use my knowledge, and hopefully, like I say, we'll go to where we want to go, and that's to the top of the game. I'm just a hungry fighter. I was about to say young and hungry, but everyone reminds me of how old I am all the time. I'm not old. I'm seasoned. I'm good, and I'm ready to go.
Nothing wrong with being old. Ben, a potential star on your hands. What are the plans for Fraser Clarke in 2023?
Yeah, I think the first year was about activity, and it's making sure he's boxing every 8 weeks. You see so many heavyweights that are learning on the job when they're fighting for world titles. We believe Fraser's going to get there, and we want to make sure we've had the rounds, we've had the learning fights, we've had the opponents, the durable opponents coming in and giving us things to think about. And I think that's what's been the aim this year. The aim's still to win a British title within 10, 12 fights. The aim is still to go right to the very top. And we're bringing over guys that we want to give him rounds. Espindola has never been stopped before. Can Fraser be the first one to do it? I think he can. We saw with Bracamonte, who is one of the most durable heavyweights out there, that Fraser can really, really hurt seasoned, experienced heavyweights. And this is a massive year for Fraser Clarke. We know outside of the ring, he's a star already. And we know inside the ring, that's what's going to be 2023. And looking forward to a massive, massive year for Fraser Clarke.
Sticking with the heavyweights, Jack One Smack Massey takes on Joseph Parker. Jack, what an opportunity. I don't think many people saw this fight coming, but you took the opportunity with both hands. I understand you bit Ben's hand off as soon as the fight was offered.
Yeah, massive opportunity. This is the fight of my life. This is the biggest fight of my life, and this fight's the golden ticket. You know, take Joseph Parker's scalp. It's going to change my life forever. It's like having a lottery ticket there. What are you going to do to get hold of that lottery ticket? You're going to do everything in your will to get it. So I'm going to be a very dangerous man on Saturday night.
A lot's been made of the step up in weight and the step up in level, but you know, I saw you in the head-to-head yesterday. You didn't look the smaller man. You were always a very big cruiserweight. You've only got one blemish on your record, and it is to a big punch in Richard Riakporhe. This is a fight you feel like you can win.
Absolutely. You know, there's obviously the weight difference. You know, there's no height difference with similar heights. But you know, I wouldn't be getting in there if I didn't think I could beat Joseph Parker. It's a fight I'm more than capable of doing.
Without getting, you know, too deep into game plans, because of the weight, is the game plan to box and move, not get too involved?
Listen, I think everyone knows what my game plan's going to be. You know, I'm going to drag him to the back end of the fight, obviously. And I think he'll tire towards the end of the fight, and then I'm going to make him pay for that.
You've been in there with Richard Riakporhe. You've taken big punches. You're always very fit and durable. Does that give you confidence that you can go up to heavyweight and do a job there?
Yeah, definitely. You know, I can take a shot. I've never been put down in my life, you know, from a headshot. So it's, you know, I'm a durable fighter. But we're not going to do anything daft in there. We're not going to do anything silly and take unnecessary shots. We're going to be switched on from round 1 till round 10.
Joseph, I'll come to you next. How much of Jack did you even see before you selected him as an opponent?
So I met Jack once when he came up to Tyson's gym for sparring, so we know how tough he is. And now that he stepped up into the heavyweight division, he's got a lot of confidence within himself, and his team has a lot of confidence. And I'm going to give him a very warm welcoming, punching his face.
Last time we saw you out, you had a fight of the year candidate fight with Joe Joyce. You were a career heaviest for that fight. What can we expect in terms of weight from you this time?
Lighter.
Considerably lighter?
A little bit lighter. Listen, I've been putting in some great work with Andy Lee in the gym. We've been working very hard, made a lot of sacrifices being away from home, Christmas and New Year's, but these sacrifices are going to make it worth it.
How much adjusting are you going to need to do? You've often been the more elusive one in your fights, been the faster one in your fights, sometimes been the lighter one in your fights. Now you're going up against a fighter who is going to have those advantages over you, and you're going to have to hunt for him. How have you prepared to that? How have you had to change how you've done your camp?
Listen, what we've been seeing in the German sparring has been very good. And if I can execute the plan and go out there and have some fun while doing so and let it flow, then everything's going to come. But I'm just going to go out there and be dominant and show them what a real heavyweight can do.
A win here puts you back in the mix. Is it important that you don't overlook Jack and don't underestimate him?
Haven't overlooked him, haven't underestimated Jack. I'm treating Jack like he's the champion of the world.
2023, providing, Saturday goes your way, what do you want? Who do you want? Who's on the hit list?
Well, firstly, beat up Jack on Saturday night. Michael Hunter's a good guy. There's Dillian White. Fraser, sometime in the future, we had a fight in the Commonwealth Champs. I got the win, so maybe in the future he can get me back. But there's a lot of fights out there, but first things first, take care of Jack.
Ben, it's an intriguing matchup. Most people will not have seen this coming when they were looking at potential fights for Joseph Parker. How did it come about?
It came about because we know Jack Massey's story. Boxing is a cruel, cruel sport, and not everyone gets the opportunities that they deserve. And when you come into someone's hometown, and when they've been looking for that opportunity for such a long time, and it presents itself on a plate, we put it to Jack. We knew he would take it with both hands, and we knew, as he said, it's his lottery ticket Saturday night. This is what dreams are made of. He's going to be well paid. He's going to get to fight in front of a home audience at the Manchester Arena, box office. That was a dream for any fighter.
I fought in Manchester more times, I think.
Yeah, and Joseph Parker for the 5th time back at the arena.
Yeah, it's my home.
And then with Joseph, I think, as you said, fight of the year last year. One of the nicest guys you'll meet in the heavyweight division, and took on a fighter in Joe Joyce that he didn't have to. And a lot of other heavyweights will be avoiding that fight, but a few things went on in the lead up to that fight. It is what it is. I thought it was, as I say, one of the most brutal heavyweight fights we've seen in a long time. But Joseph Parker is right up there in that heavyweight division. For me, he's still top 5, top 10, and he's coming for the big names this year. And he won't be overlooking Jack Massey. For me, Jack, this is what boxing is about, and I can't wait for this fight on Saturday.
Just one more question to Jack before I move on to the next fight. After this fight on Saturday night, should it go your way, are you now a heavyweight for good?
Absolutely, sticking around at heavyweight. You beat a top 10 heavyweight. He's staying in that top 10. You take his scalp, you take his place.
I'm going to welcome you, boy. I'm going to welcome you.
Good to hear.
Good luck to both of you. Now on to the fight that a lot of people are saying could be fight of the night. Chris Congo takes on Congo and Essuman. The British title, IBF European, WBC silver, all on the line. It's a grudge match. There's been a lot of needle. It looks like it's going to continue. Echo, I'll come to you first. You said you would break Chris.
Never.
Chris has obviously responded saying that he's never been broken, but what do you have to do in order to do that?
Well, there's a first time for everything. First and foremost, thank you guys for having me. I've obviously come across the street from another promotion, and I'm here to do my thing, but I'm going to go back with scalps. Yes, I'm going to break Chris. Cracks are already there. His head's already, you can tell he's in it. He's in it, and I like that. I like that in a fight, because I want someone to come into the fight that really wants the fight, and that's me, so I'm happy with that. I've fought on bigger occasions, so I'm used to the occasions. Chris is still getting that experience in because he's not been getting out as much as he would probably like to. He's not done as many rounds as I have. He's not fought as many people with O's, and he's not taken as many O's. He's not fought in as much Lions dens. Like when I've fought in a couple of Lions dens, I've knocked out those opponents. The last one was in Birmingham. Yeah, I went to the Lions Den and had to take his jaw. And I will break Chris. There's many ways to break people. Never. but there's
You ain't
first
doing
time for
nothing.
everything. There's many ways to break people. Just like I think it'll be like our common opponent, William Warburton. He was so hard to stop. Chris fought him twice on points. When I fought him, stopped him in the stool. His corner had to pull him out.
You're talking about a journeyman, bro.
I think it might end up being like that.
He's talking
Chris
about a
hasn't-
journeyman.
Chris
How can-
hasn't been in.
How can you
in
be
that
so excited to
experience.
talk about a journeyman? About knocking down a journeyman?
You're right, Chris.
What are you talking about, bro?
You're irritated. You're irritated. You wanna drink some Wild Hydrate?
Bro.
Get hydrated.
Bro, man's talking about knocking out a
My
journeyman.
name's not bro. My name's
Do you know how many
Hazel,
journeymen I've
Echo,
knocked out?
Tabiri, Essuman.
Man's talking about, I can't believe it. I don't know what you, I can't believe this.
Chris, you've been confident all camp.
Of course.
Is Echo the perfect opponent for you stylistically?
First of all, before I answer your question, obviously I just want to thank everyone, thank God, of course, that I'm here. I've had a long, hard road, and the key to me being here has just been my faith, you know, just keeping faith in God. And now he's brought me this big opportunity. Obviously thanking Ben Shalom, John Wish, who didn't just deliver for me, but delivered massively. And this is what I wanted. But what was your question again, sorry?
I knew you was going to do that.
Sorry.
I knew that was going to happen.
I had to say my thing.
Is Echo the perfect opponent for you stylistically?
Yes, sir.
Somebody who comes forward?
Yes, sir. It's perfect. And yeah, as long as he's, the more aggressive he is, and the more he wants to work this high engine. I'm coming. I'm going to break Chris. Yeah, come. No problem. No problem. Come. I'm telling you now,
I know you
the
don't like
fight will
pressure.
go earlier than expected if he keeps pressing. The more he presses, the more he's going to be walking onto shots. I'm telling you that for free. And I've done it before with a guy that probably pressed harder than him and got knocked out in the 9th round.
Well,
And
is he
yeah,
down as a
it's-
lightweight on boxing?
he wasn't a lightweight.
yeah.
He was a welterweight.
He's down as a lightweight,
he
though.
fought 3
Get your
times
facts right.
and defended his title 3 times as a welterweight. And the 4th time he got knocked out. You've defended that belt, all them belts 3 times, and the 4th time you're getting beat. They're coming back to South London, Bermondsey, son.
Numbers ain't in your
Straight.
favor.
The numbers are in my favor. My faith has been stronger than ever, and I just believe.
Yeah, but we're both
this
faithful.
day,
It's all about
this
the people
this
that work
day,
hard
Saturday,
and work smart.
We work.
Work
Yo,
hard,
you
work
want to talk
smart,
about the working
and want
smart?
it more.
We
I
got the
want it
scouting
more.
report on you, my friend.
want it more.
Trust me. We got the scouting
I want
report
it
on
more.
you. That's no problem. We know what we're doing.
It doesn't matter.
You've come to our gym. You've seen what we're about. All right, no problem. Tell him he's in trouble. So everybody tell him this guy's in trouble. We'll see. No problem. Come, press. I want you to press.
I will.
Yeah.
The pressure will be there. You will break.
Playing right into my hands, Sean. Right into my hands.
Echo, you've said it's not about when someone's fresh and sharp. It's about what they can do, you know, when they're in the trenches, when it gets difficult. Is that your plan, to drag Chris into deep waters?
Of course.
Oh, if he
It's
makes
obvious.
it there.
That's obvious.
If he makes
That's
it
clearly obvious. You
What
know.
vulnerabilities have you seen in Chris that you feel like you can exploit?
The times when he switches off, his response to pressure when you're actually pressuring him in the ring, and there's a few others in there as well. Can't give away too much.
Chris, you've mentioned the Samuel Antwi fight. You felt like if you were in that fight instead of Samuel, you would have got the stoppage?
100%. This guy was hurt about 3 times in that fight. Am I lying? Tell me I'm lying. All right.
If
He
you're gonna
didn't
swim,
answer
you're
it
gonna
quick
get wet.
enough. He knew. He
If
knew.
you swim, you're
So
gonna
there
get
you
wet.
go. This guy was hurt.
Were you not hurt in the Formella fight?
I was never hurt. I was in control.
See,
Ask
this is the thing.
every single head.
This is the
I
thing.
was in
yeah?
full control.
Even the
How dare
commentators
you?
mentioned
How
where
dare
you
you
were
say that?
both punching each other and
How
you
dare,
was
how
hurt
dare you
coming
say
out of some of
that?
the
This
punches.
guy did. If you saw his
Natasha
leg,
Jonas
if you
even
saw
said it.
this guy
And
was
she's a
dancing
credible boxer.
on his way to the corner.
She is
yeah?
a credible
This
boxer.
guy was
And you're
dancing
trying
on the
to
way
say
to
you
the
weren't.
corner.
You're in denial. That's pride. That's
You're,
what's going to
you're
hurt
in
you.
denial.
I'm
You're
not.
in denial.
No. I've not
you
denied
know
nothing.
you was hurt.
I've not
you was
denied
hurt. How
nothing.
many times?
I've not
How
denied
many times in
nothing.
there was you hurt?
You're the one denying it.
No
that's
problem.
That
We'll see.
pride that's going to get you hurt.
I therefore wasn't hurt.
That's going to get
I was
you broken.
That's probably one of my only fights I was in full control every single round.
That's not what you were
Every
saying to
single
Ben in the
round.
corner when you can listen
Every
to some of
single
what
round.
you're talking to Ben about.
Listen, that I didn't say nothing.
That
I'm
pride
listening to my
is
coach.
going to lose you the match.
We'll see. I ain't losing nothing. I'm coming with
You
all
will.
the belts. Remember, I said it here. Chris Two-Slick Congo is coming back with the belts and the new.
Ben,
You wish to be.
And the new.
I guess I'll go to you. This fight it needs very little promoting. I'm still going to ask you to promote it.
Oh, it's a beautiful fight. It's one that we didn't think we would make. Thank you to Queensbury for accepting the challenge, because this is a fight that we wanted. This was a fight that we wanted for Chris. We've given it the biggest stage we possibly can because we know this is going to be a war. It's a 50-50 fight to many people. No one really knows what's going to happen. But one thing is for sure, both of these guys believe they're going to win on Saturday night. Both of them 100% believe they're going to win. We're in for something special, and it's been fireworks all week. I'm sure it will continue, and may the best man win.
Finally, we are on to our chief support, Richard Riatpour, Krzysztof Glowaski. I think we are going to have an interpreter. Come on. Krzysztof, pleasure to have you here in the UK. It seems like you fought everybody. Usyk, Bradis, Okoli. Do you see anything different in Richard Riatpour? Is this someone that, you know, at this stage of your career, you've seen them all?
Witam serdecznie. Cieszę się, że jestem zaproszony, że mogę skrzyżować rękawice z Richardem. Jaka różnica? No to zobaczymy po walce, będę mógł się wypowiedzieć. No jest na pewno młody, jest na pewno niewygodny, silny. No i zobaczymy w sobotę.
Hello everyone, I'm very glad I'm here. Thank you very much for our invitation. Honestly, I don't know yet about the difference. I'm gonna see on Saturday, but I know that he's young, he's very strong, he's tall, so he has everything to be a very good opponent for me.
You've held the WBO title before. Is it your ambition to be a world champion again?
Byłeś mistrzem świata w WBO poprzednio, czy twoją ambicją jest to, żeby znowu zostać mistrzem świata?
Tak jest, oczywiście, że mam ambicje cały czas zostać mistrzem świata, ale na razie skupiam się na najbliższej walce, bo to jest najważniejsze, bo jeżeli bym przegrał, no to by nie było tych ambicji, także ambicje są i idziemy do przodu.
Yes, of course, this is my goal, this is my ambition to become a world champion again, but for now I'm focused only just for my next fight, and if I lose, then I can forget about my ambition.
You've mentioned it already, Richard is tall, he's rangy. How do you plan to deal with the size difference?
To pokażę w sobotę w ringu. Zobaczycie.
No, I'm gonna just show you on Saturday.
Good luck. Richard, we'll come to you next. It seems like this is the final stop for the Midnight Train before world titles. Is it important that you don't take your eye off the ball now? You're on a very good run. You've got some momentum, and it's time to do the business again on Saturday night.
Absolutely. This is a major opportunity for me. I've had dreams and ambitions to be here, and I've seen it materialize over time. So I know what I'm doing is right, and we're going to keep that momentum going. I'm hungry. I know how far I could go. I have a lot of self-belief, and I've been blessed with some great attributes. So it's all on me, and I'm ready to. I think the time is now. You know, I always kind of have that running through my mind. The time is now. The time to make money. The time to grab these belts, and to just relish and enjoy this moment. So I'm going to do exactly that.
You will have no doubt seen a lot of Christoph's fights over the years. Another southpaw, you seem to be making a habit of fighting them. Is this in preparation potentially for the world title fight?
Maybe. But yeah, no, I've been watching Glowacki for a very long time, for many, many years. And he's a great fighter. I've got a lot of respect for him. 2-time world champion. And in preparation for this camp, we made sure we didn't take him lightly. And we made a lot of sacrifices. So I believe that I'm going to come out victorious. I'm going to get a good win in great fashion.
You mentioned your preparation there. What have you and Angel worked on this camp? And how close are you to the finished article?
Just flow, really. Just flow. Simple stuff, you know. Boxing is complicated and simple at the same time. So, you know, with me, it's simple. You know, I just need to use my attributes and land that shot, man. When I land that shot, it's good night.
You've showed a fair degree of patience in your recent fights, and then still ended them in a blink of an eye. Does that give you added confidence, knowing that, you know, regardless of how the fight is going, you have that big shot that can just end the fight?
Yeah, that's given me a lot of confidence, and that's the reason why I box the way I do, because I know what I'm capable of. I know I just need an opportunity, and once I do get the opportunity, I do take it, and that's the reason why I'm sitting on this stage talking to you guys today.
You can start the year on a high on Saturday night. Ideally, what is your roadmap for 2023?
To knock out everybody that I face in this year, win a world title, and go on holiday. That's the plan. Caribbeans.
Ben,
Caribbean
is
Islands.
this the last stop for the midnight train before World Honours?
Yeah, I think, look, Richard Riakpo believes he's the #1 cruiserweight in this country, and he hits harder than anyone else. He's a freak. He ends fights early, and he'll be looking at Glowacki as his biggest test today, a former 2-time world champion, as he said, but he'll want to put on a performance, and what a stage to do it. Co-main event, Eubank Smith, Sky Sports box office. For me, this is what Richard Riakpo was destined to be. Hopefully, he'll be headlining a box office date very, very soon, but he's got to come through Saturday night, and he's got to prove what he's learned over the past 12 months has now taken him to world level. And I believe he's here. I believe he's here to stay, and I think 2023 is going to be a massive year for him.
I agree. That is it from our undercard fighters. They'll have some head-to-head photography down here, and then our main card press-up will begin at 1:30. Just a reminder, these cracking fights will be live on Sky Sports box office Saturday from 6 p.m.